I've made the same post a few times before, talking about how it's very possible to undo an entire week's deficit within a single weekend. And every single time, I get the exact same comments calling me an idiot and how there's no way a single person can consume 3, 4, 5,000 calories in a single day. Let me show you something, and please stick around to the end because I have an important message. Let's say Jessica's maintenance is around 2,500 calories. That would mean she would need to consume around 17,500 calories for the week just to maintain her weight. She decides to set her deficit to 2,000 calories. That would mean she's saving around 3,500 calories a week, which would also mean she's losing around a pound of fat per week. Now, Jessica has no problem sustaining 2,000 calories for the first few days. Monday's 2,000, Tuesday 2,000, Wednesday 2,000, Thursday 2,000, and Friday's 2,000. But now, since it's the weekend and Jessica is no longer going to work, her schedule becomes different. So she decides to become a little bit more flexible with her diet. Let's break down what Jessica's Saturday looks like. For breakfast, she decides to head down to Dunk's. Here's what she orders: 1 butter pecan swirl iced latte with whole milk, and 1 blueberry muffin. And by the way, shout out to Dunkin' Donuts for actually having all their nutritional information on a downloadable PDF you can find on the website. I think that's really helpful. Now at home, she goes into her kitchen where there's a container of salted cashews. 1 single ounce of cashews is around 160 calories, which can easily fit into the palm of my hand. If she took a good handful of that could be like 2 to 3 times that serving size. So we're looking at an extra 320 to 480 calories. And for lunch, she decides ultimately to skip it because she wants to save calories for dinner. Her and her friends are going to the Cheesecake Factory. For dinner, Jessica and her friends decide to get nachos as an appetizer. And let's just assume she has around a quarter of that. That's going to put her at over 600 calories, as a single platter of nachos at the Cheesecake Factory can have over 2,600 calories. And for her main meal, she decides to go a little bit light, so she gets the chicken Cobb salad. But at the Cheesecake Factory, that's around 1,400 calories. And she gets a Diet Coke with that, but since it's 0 calorie, there's not really any reason she needs to track that. But now for dessert, Jessica decides to have a slice of cheesecake. She opts for the coconut cream pie flavor, which per slice comes to just under 1,500 calories. In total, with everything added up, for Saturday alone, Jessica ended up consuming a total of 4,747 calories. Now let's say for Sunday, she didn't eat out as much, but still landed around 3,200 calories. Maybe she had some drinks, maybe she went out for some pizza, I don't know. Now with all the days added up together, that would put Jessica at a weekly total of 17,947 calories. And remember, for this example, Jessica's weekly maintenance was 17,500 calories. So she ended up putting herself in a surplus of 447 calories. Not enough to gain any fat, but enough to undo her deficit. A lot of people tell me it's just not possible to consume that many calories, but trust me, when you're already hungry because you're in a deficit and maybe there's alcohol involved, you would be surprised about how easy it is to go over in your calories. Even enough so to undo a week's deficit. A single tablespoon of olive oil is 120 calories. Now, olive oil is incredibly healthy, but think about all the times either you or someone at a restaurant douses your salad in oil. This is one of the reasons why often a garden salad can be more calorically dense than a cheeseburger. If you know where to look, it's not that hard to get a lot of extra calories. I could walk down to the gas station at the end of my street and I can get 2 honey buns and a soda. Each honey bun is around 500 calories and a soda, that's around 240 calories. And 3 items of food, that's 1,240 calories for not a lot of volume. Now, here's the really important message I talked about earlier. I'm not saying you can't go out to eat. I'm not saying you can't enjoy the foods I've listed in this video. And I'm certainly not saying you can't be more relaxed with your calories on the weekends. I let myself eat more on the weekends. You can absolutely work all the foods I've listed in this video into your diet and still lose weight. It's just that when we go to the extreme and every meal becomes either eating out or delivery, that it can be even harder to know just how many calories we're consuming. Because no matter what anybody says about ingredients or food quality, total calories are what determine your weight status. The purpose of this video was just to show you that it is indeed possible to undo an entire week's deficit if you're not careful. If you can map out your calories well and make sure that most of them are coming from those single ingredient foods, meats, potatoes, vegetables, fruits, nuts, seeds, dairy, then you'll have more wiggle room to fit in those fun treats while still being able to achieve a calorie deficit. No single food will make you gain body fat. No single food will make you lose body fat. Whether you lose weight or gain weight depends on all of your actions taken throughout a long period of time. So don't feel like you need to cut everything out. If you feel like you need to be a little bit more flexible and allow for more of those fun foods in, that's totally fine. And if you feel like you do well with more restriction, that's also totally fine. There's no single way to go about this. There's no single way to lose body fat. With whatever approach you take, just try to stay consistent. With that, you will make progress. Hope this video helps.